Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Ragnamod 6. This is episode 5, I believe. And I've been doing a little bit of work. Not too much, but a little bit. Went and captured up some jellyfish. That was interesting. Um, Went and caught one of each of these jellyfish from the jellyfish mod, the SpongeBob mod. I'm not really sure, but it's fun. But we've got redstone, diamond. Now the netherite is the only one you can't catch. You have to catch a diamond one and turn it into a netherite using a netherite ingot. Difficult part about that is the diamond ones are super duper hard to find. I didn't have much of a problem finding all the rest of them. Emerald and diamond were the hardest. But once I got a couple of the, I think I ended up with 4 diamonds, maybe 5 diamond jellyfish. Converted 2 of them into netherite, and yeah. So over here we have our drawer system collecting all our goodies from it. I have gone ahead and started with the immersive because this setup with the creosote and the coal, coke, and steel takes a long time. So I went ahead and got it all going. So we've got coal coke already. We've got creosote, so we can start doing the treated wood. And that is what we're going to be getting started with today, is getting some immersive engineering. So I didn't collect these quests from the stuff that I make. Just gives us some coal, charcoal, and then we get an extra steel block, which is kind of cool. So the first one we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and knock out this treated wood. Just want a bunch of planks, which is no big deal. We got plenty of that. Okay, so that, we'll throw those all in there. Treated wood, treated wood, treated wood. Go ahead and take my bucket. Let me see. Because I want to say immersive has an item that you can hold 10 buckets of water. There it is, the jerry can. Okay, we can make that. Let's get some iron. Okay, so we got 5. We'll take those plates to go get turned into. Take the ingots to get turned into plates. Sorry. And these plates should work. Yeah, cool. Oh, that's cool. The plates are automatically turned into the thermal plates. I never paid too much attention to that, but that's really neat. Alright, so now we have a jerry can. Over here, get some more creosote. Okay. Sweet. Alright. Treated. What? Really? You just give me a bunch of ladders? Okay, cool. Engineer's crafting table. Doesn't seem too bad. We need some tree sticks and slabs. Like that. No. Okay. Reinforced storage crate. Ooh, that looks cool. Alright, engineer's workbench. Now this is what we need to kind of really get started. We need a fence post. Awesome. And there we go. Now we will set this up. Let's put this here. Next to our coal coke and steel production. And then the blueprints. Yes, we need these. Alright. So let's get engineer's blueprint for crafting components. Okay, but I also need metal press molds. Yep. And then, ooh, I have to trade for the arc furnace electrodes. Interesting. Okay. So we got those. Now I want to use some steel. Grab some steel. And we're gonna make. Oh, I need. Oh, I gotta make my toolbox. And we'll go ahead and use this reinforced storage crate to hold all our immersive stuff. Yay. That there, and we'll put that there. Crafting components, common projectiles in there. We need that, and then my wire cutters, I believe. Oh, 3 steel plates. Awkward. Alright, now we got a bunch of steel plates. We will throw them in here. Okay, so we need the gear mold for sure. I don't need the plate mold. I'm pretty sure I can make all the rods I need with that little wire mill setup. Aluminum, brass, steel, iron, copper, gold. Okay, yeah. So this will make all the rods that we need. So yeah, we don't need the wire press. All we need is the gear press from... Okay, cool. Then that means... Oh, it wants us to make them all? Okay, that's fine. Oh, well, yeah, we will need the wire mold. I forgot. Because that one doesn't make the same mold. But we'll get that. And then what was the fourth one it wants? Oh, it did want me to make the rod. There we go. So we'll stick those two in there. We do need these two. Okay. That'll give us some plates and gears. Awesome. The improved blast furnace. This is a way to upgrade blast furnace, which we could totally do right now. But also the upgraded version takes power to actually make it faster. So we're going to wait on that for just a moment. I do want to go ahead and put together this one. What's this? Fermenter, squeezer, coat. Upgrade distillation tower. So we're going to do the metal press. We need heavy engineering block, redstone. Oh, that's nifty. Those are some good recipes. Cool. So we're going to make 2 of those. Actually, hold the phone. Those take power. So let's make these. I want to do the water wheels. So we're going to do that. Oh, that's neat. It actually shows you like an efficient way to set it up. Oh, I've never done this additional part of water. Very cool. Can produce 82 RF per tick. Okay, that's neat. Does it show this one? No. Windmill generate. This does 35 RF per tick. Now, is that max with the windmill sails? I'm curious. Not sure. Okay, so we needed this, so we do need LV wires. Oh, really? I guess I don't need the wire press mold because so we go here. We can do that here. Copper plate. Now, granted, it's a plate instead of an ingot, so there's one little extra process turning the wires, but definitely not that big of a deal. Let's do our nether copper ore. Smelt that up, get it melted down. We got a whole bunch of iron, and we got some aluminum. I don't think I have a spot for aluminum. Here. And the water wheel is just a bunch of treated wood, correct? Sweet. I think I'll do... Have a stack of wire, hope for the best. Alright, now that we got some copper wire, we'll go ahead and get this LV wire coils made. I'm gonna go ahead and make all of them into that. Should have shift clicked it, but that's okay. Let's do 3 for now. Sounds good. 1, 2, 3. Cool. Now we just need steel. And there we go. 9 water wheels. That'll give us 3. And we can go ahead and set that up and get some power gen going. Okay, and we have our water wheels. Now we have 3, and the quest book says they generate 82, so we got 246 coming, which is pretty cool. That's a good little start. Now all we got to do is plug these into something, plug them into something else, and hook them up to a battery. So we have that one completed. We've got that. We got the connect dynamo, which gives us some more copper wire. That's always cool. Now we need to go here. So we need to make the LV stuff, the MV stuff, and HV stuff. Then we have LV capacitor, MV capacitor, and HV capacitor. Now with the water wheels, they only export less than 2048. So with these, we can go ahead and just pull them into any of the capacitors. You don't have to have HV connections and HV wires to use an HV capacitor. The HV capacitor is just more expensive and it holds more power. But the plus side to using an HV capacitor is you can always output HV. So we can always input LV as much as we want, and then if we need to plug HV into something, we can plug it in. So I would like to have HV capacitors, and then we'll probably end up using mostly MV wires and stuff because those can actually be turned into insulated. The HV wires cannot be insulated, unfortunately. So most of the stuff we're going to have is MV, and then for anything that requires HV, we'll plug a capacitor in, plug HV power into it. But I'm going to go ahead and craft all these. I'm going to craft the 2 insulated wires, LV and MV. Okay, it tells you right here. And I will get up to an HV capacitor, and that way we can have good power storage while this is all generating, so we can have a backfill. So if we end up using any processes that uses a bunch more power than we're using, we'll have a little buffer to play with. So okay, I'll get that and I'll be back. Alrighty, so we got all those crafted up. We've got our insulated MV wire, which we're going to be using for the most part. I went ahead and made the alloy kiln. It makes alloys. We're using Tinker Smeltery to make our alloys, so I really don't need that one. These just give a bunch of redstone, mostly because the recipes used all redstone blocks. And then some extra wires there. Cool. Now, as I've said many times before, I'll never claim to be any kind of builder or designer, so I apologize if this looks funny. So, from these machines, it has to be a wire connector. So we're going to have one there, and one there. And wire connectors can only have one connection, but we can use wire relays to have multiple connections. So we'll have those on these fence posts here. And then we can use our insulated wire. Biggest advantage to insulated wire, no electricity shocking you. And you just right click on one and attach to the other. Like so. Okay, now one thing I want to show you real quick before I plug this in. So, looking at the capacitor, it says facing side energy input. So we know we can input energy in here. If we right click it with the hammer, now it's an output. And if you notice these little pixels on the outside change to orange from blue. If you don't want anything, it's right there. So once we want to pull it out from them, we just turn this to an energy output and we'll be able to attach to it and send the power. But for now, we're just going to leave it energy input on the top. And then connect our wires like so. Now with thermal, the wire is pretty much two-way. So yes, these are also feeding the batteries, but the batteries are also feeding this line when we connect it as an output. So when we do the output, we can still connect it to the same line like so. And now it's also feeding power back into this line. So what we can pull off of it and it'll actually be able to pull power from this battery. And that's what I'm going to end up doing with all of them. I am one MV capacitor short. Well, connector. No, yep. And we'll put that right there. And we'll be all set. We're already storing up power. Right here will be fine. I believe it's red. And then we get our conveyor belts. We want to go in that way. Yay! So connector, wire here, and it's powered up. All right, so we've got it set up now. So now we can stick constant in here. It'll get booped up there. We'll go ahead and turn it on. There we go. Now we have our first gear. Yay! And now that we have power, we can go ahead and do these blast bricks and upgrade our blast furnaces for steel production. Yeah, we'll turn 2 of them into the advanced ones, and then we'll get the power things that stick on the side. And yeah, that'll make our steel production a lot faster. We'll get those set up, and then we'll start working towards getting core samples for oil and getting that stuff going. Okay, and bang, we got our improved blast furnaces. Now I'm working on these blast furnace preheaters. So the blast furnace themselves probably might be a little bit faster than the regular one. Oh, well, maybe not. I'm not sure. It doesn't show a time. But once we get the preheaters on it, and then we supply those preheaters with power, then they'll go a lot faster, for sure. But we need this induction heater from Create, and so I'm working on some copper wiring for the spools, and then we'll need the capacitors. So I got zinc plates and copper plates going for that. I should probably go ahead and throw some iron plates in there too, just to make sure. Yay, now we got those 4. Let's see how many of these we can make. Sweet. We can make all 6. Awesome. Oh, and that's our mission complete. So we get some more redstone. Now, these things, you want to make sure you're facing the machine when you put them to this, so that way to make sure they face the right way. Okay. And they won't actually be operational until you get them plugged in. Oh, that's a lot faster. It used to be this fast. You see that percent bar at the top? 19, 20, 21. It's jumping up by 2% sometimes. Wow, that's awesome. Very cool, very cool. Okay, another thing I noticed was this automated workbench quest. So it wants us to build the automated workbench, which is a 3x2x3 multi-block used to automate items on the engineer's workbench, which is that thing right there. So, maybe we put it next to this? Yeah, sounds good. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to craft the core drill sample, kind of show you how we're using that. I also want to go ahead and set up the thermoelectric generators so that we can plug those into our main power supply. What's that got? Oh, that one's full. Now this one's filling up. Very cool. We're getting a good little buffer going. But yeah, that's the other thing. I can carry a bucket of lava or even this blazing blood. That would probably be hotter. And this bucket of water. Put it next to both of them and power the drill sampler thingy. But let's go ahead and get this thing automated. And we are going to need these things. I haven't made these yet, so we've got that. That's easy enough. Redstone, 2 slabs, 4 belts. Cool. I'll be back. Ah, we did it. Ah, that's cool. I don't think I've ever automated this. But basically, you put the items in there, you select what you want it to craft, and then it will craft once the items are in there. Or it'll just keep crafting them. Hey, we got oil. Nice. Okay, so we're gonna pick all this up. Okay. So, this is gonna be our oil spot. It says it's got 8,300 buckets, which is plenty for quite a while, so that'll be awesome. We'll be able to stick a pump jack here, get that oil. Alright, so one tip I can offer, make sure you check mark this, and then it'll highlight this to count the blocks, because I've already got my thing automated. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'll definitely have these blocks again some point or another. So we're gonna go ahead and start working on the pump jack. Okay, so I was finishing the pump jack stuff, and there was something weird. So this block of steel, kind of not craftable. But what you can do is you can craft the steel block using steel ingots. Here, let me just show you. So if you take a block of steel like this isn't counted the same as this. So it won't count towards the quest. So you'll have to use a stone cutter. You'll stick your made steel block in there, and then you can change it to block of steel by immersive. And that will actually let you complete the quest. I don't think it's convertible after that. Oh, it is. Cool. But yeah, just figured I'd show you all that. I'm about to go set it up, and we'll see it working. All right, we have our pump jack. I'm gonna go ahead and break this, and just because, I'll go ahead and move it right there. Okay, and I am gonna be plugging MV up to it, which is a-okay. And looks good. On a chalkboard? Nope. Okay. Then we'll connect that. Get this plugged in there. So now we need to get this line over there. So I'm gonna make a few more of these. That way it actually looks somewhat decent. And we'll be right back. Okay, we got our tank. Let's go put it over here. Boop. Oh, that's all they wanted. Somewhere to put its goods. As you can see, it's using up more than it's receiving, which is fine with me. Now the downside is it will drain our batteries because technically we're not producing hardly anything for that. Okay, so I've got the thermal generators hooked up. We got uranium and starlight doing the hot cold thing. All of them go into this splitter, and this splits it between 3 more HV capacitors. Then I have those merging here at the MV and going in with this MV. Now one thing I just learned that I didn't know is the pump jack actually only uses 1,000 flux per tick, which is actually pretty cool. Because now with each of these, I'm not sure how much they're producing, but this thing, okay. Not quite 1,000 just yet. As far as power production, but we do have more coming in. So the other thing is once this tank fills up, it'll stop pumping, but we can also shut it off like that if we wanted to. We can let all of our batteries fill up and just kind of let our power come in. We don't really need oil like right at the moment. And on top of that, this is 170 buckets of oil already. So we're already at a pretty good start with that. So now we can come in here. Oh, it wants us to get a bucket of oil. No problem. Boop. All right, quest complete. And we get an extra bucket. So we're just going to put both those back in that tank. And this wants to do the distillation tower. Okay, we also have the crusher. Lightning rod. Lightning rod is a 303 multi-block and generate 16 million RF per lightning strike. What? To get a lightning strike more easily on your lightning rod, you need to put some steel fence in the middle of the structure. The more you put, the better chance you can get your strike. So you have to have, oh, okay, 4 HP capacitors. Yeah, so that thing, wow, that's crazy. I've definitely never seen that. That would be cool. Put that out, and every time it rains, just boom, 60 million RF. Okay, excavator's another one we want, but this one I do believe is HV power. Heavy machinery, excavator. Yeah, this one uses 4,096. That's quite a bit. We'll wait till we have like a better power production. There is the, let's see. No, I don't think it's under heavy machines. Maybe not. Power wires and generators. Here we go. The lightning rod was the one thing that we were looking at, and then we can stick steel fences on it. Higher up we go, get more. And then the other thing is the diesel generator. This thing runs off biodiesel, which we can actually farm. Due to its high output, it'll work through fuel very quickly, so make sure you have sufficient fuel production to run it. The structure is built from engineering, generator, and regenerated blocks, as well as fluid pipe, scaffolding, arrangement, and shape shown above. Click with the hammer, blah, blah, blah. Small terminator can turn it off with the behavior of the screwdriver. So, basically, does it say how much it produces? No, it's just HP power, I guess. It's 4,000. It's created as complex moth. Yep, there it is. The 4096 generator outputs will be split between all connection points. The generator will only run when at least one output can accept energy. The small terminator. Oh, that's cool. So basically, is what that's saying is if we have a buffer and those batteries fill up full, this will stop producing power. That's really cool. It'd be a waste of fuel for this thing to just keep going even though your batteries are full. Small terminal side would turn it off if supplied with the redstone signal. Alrighty, well I think that's where I'm going to end today's episode. We got a really good start on some immersive engineering. I forgot my create goggles on. Yeah, we got our oil production coming in. We've got some power production as well. I am going to set up some more of the multi-block structures, such as the excavator and the lightning rod pound generator. That'll be really cool. But we do need a better auto farming setup before we can actually efficiently set up the diesel generator. Normally you could use the garden cloches, but you know, they're kind of expensive in this pack. But anywho, I'm going to put some more of the multi-block structures together. But basically all we needed was that thing back there, the little press to make gears to continue on. So now next we will be getting into industrial foregoing. All we needed to make was the grill press. Grill? Gear. The gear press. So now we can actually make the iron gears we need and redstone engineering blocks that we need for the petty machine flames and get started with these, and we can actually start producing plastic and all that other good stuff. So I also want to start something else, but I'm gonna get that started between episodes and show y'all what's up. Yay, resources. Alrighty, well if you liked the video, hit that thumbs up, and if you want to get notified when the next one comes out, hit that subscribe button and keep checking out more videos with me. Appreciate you stopping by. Thank you so much. Have a great day.